I'm Shannon with American Mining Rights. We got something pretty cool today. We're down here at Roaring Camp, and due to the unbelievable generosity of these folks, they actually invited Lisa and I, she's the vice president of AMRA, down here for a few days, and we're really happy to be here. We haven't had a vacation together in over 7 years, and so we're pretty pumped about it. But what we're going to do is we're going to show you the camp here. It's unbelievable, guys. You're down in the bottom of this canyon, and they've built all these cabins. They got a lodge, they've got miniature golf, a laundry facility. It's just amazing, and we're right above the river, the McCalmney River, which is really known for great gold. They've got an old river channel up here that everybody that can come down here can go and dig on, and it's loaded full of gold. So anyway, we're going to poke around, we're going to go upstream, we're going to do a little bit of crevicing today, and then we're probably going to come down and dig around in some of that ancient river channel and see what we can find. So anyway, Roaring Camp, let's get to this. By the way, I got this little critter too from our buddy Mark Setchell and its gold getting gadgets, and I know you guys have seen us use these, but I've dropped a whole vial of gold before after dredging for a day, over an ounce. Dropped it on a rock and it broke, and I had to re-dredge my material. So you might check this out. Pretty cool. I like it. So we're going to head upstream. You can see in the background here, this is the main camp at Roaring Camp, and all the little cabins. Pretty cool area. These are really nicely insulated, and even though most of them don't have power, you don't really need it. But they got a laundry facility, showers, obviously bathrooms. They have a cold storage. They actually have some giant chest freezers. So when you come down and you want to freeze your food, you can just stick it in there. And they kind of got a little ingenious way they put these baskets and stuff in there with your cabin name on them. So pretty cool. But let me give you a little bit of a shot here. You can see the cabins and then the mountains in the background. The river's right there. So let's head up. Let's go find a placer. Guys, this is pretty cool. We're right out of camp. We literally are just, I could throw a rock and almost hit the camp. But you can see there's a big wall here, and this is all river rock that's locked into here. And right here is obviously bedrock, so people have come in and they've chiseled underneath this. But this is that orange juice that we're talking about, guys, that really compacted, highly mineralized ground. And what you want to do is not just come and dig in the side of this. What you want to do is really look at the bedrock here and then find a dip in the bedrock or a crack that runs parallel across, or actually 90 degrees across the river, which this stuff does. So this looks pretty good. We may have to come back around and poke around in this a little bit, but we're going to go up to this bar up here. We're going to see if we can't find some exposed cracks in the bedrock up there. So we'll head upstream. So we're poking along here looking for places for bedrock, and this is an area that you can see the water right here, and you can see bedrock right here. But one of the things to look for is the direction that the bedrock is going, the grain of the rock. And that grain is going right downstream, perfectly parallel with it. So typically I would pass places like that unless you found another chunk of bedrock that had a crack going this way. Because as the gold comes down in there, it's just going to blow right through it. So we'll keep going upstream, maybe go all the way around the bend and see if we can't get to where the rocks are going across there. So looks good though. This is really cool. We're just walking along the trail. See this big rounded boulder here? Probably 10 or 15, 12 feet tall. It's got a big hole in the center here that's all rounded out like a bowl. And you see this little depression above it. What happens is this was a piece of bedrock that sat in the middle of the river, and it was 90 degrees tipped up, so that was facing to the sky. And what happens is you get a little depression like this and a little bit of sand in there, and the water going over the top makes that sand spin, and it's just like a drill bit. And that's how you get these holes. Now it may take 10,000 years or whatever, but it's kind of cool. Down on the Feather River, we dig these holes out. Some of these things are 5, 10, 15 feet deep, and they go straight down. And once the gold gets down inside there, it can't get out. There's just no way it can get out. And so sometimes if you can get a dredge nozzle down in there, you find really amazing gold. But this is cool. All this has been caught in this crack that goes down this way. So this little itty bitty stuff. Doing in the background here, he's taking a yard of material out of what they've already dug out, and then he runs it through this grizzly, and basically what that does is it just classifies it down. Now they're going to run it through the sluice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Deep.
There you go, Mike. Pull that out of there.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Couple of beauties. Look at that.
Oh, man.
Gorgeous pieces.
Yeah. Oh, here's one more over here.
Yeah, don't forget him. You know, you can't forget him.
Yeah. Forget that one.
Nice.
Well, we're at the common dig here, and Lisa and I are going to poke around in this a little bit, but I want to show you something here. You know, we talk in a lot of our videos about orange juice, and what we're referring to is the ancient tertiary channel, and that's what this stuff is. You can see how red it is and how concretized it is, and this is the tertiary. Actually refers to a period of time a long time ago, probably 30 million years ago, where the ancient river that flowed north and south in California deposited this material. And we're right on top of bedrock here, right above the camp. And anyway, we've got a guy that we just met here from San Diego that's digging behind the camera, and he's done real good in here. Sounds like they're getting a lot of pickers, so we're gonna poke around in here. We didn't bring any big equipment or anything really to process a lot of material, but what's important to remember about this stuff is you got to crush this stuff down because it's so hard. You really almost need to grind it to get it down into some workable material where you can pan out. You see all the rocks coming out of here. So anyway, we're gonna poke around in here and see if we can't find something good. You know, one of the things that we try to make sure you guys all understand is we've got two buddies of ours here from Indiana, Mike and Jack. And anyway, they come here every year, but they're using a 1/4-inch classifier. And one of the things that they're really watching for is to classify that down and then take a good look in the top of the classifier itself, because there is big pieces of gold that come out of here, and the worst thing imaginable would be for you to toss your gold back into the pile and somebody finds it with a metal detector later. Kind of like that rose bush video we did. So anyway, you can see he's classifying this stuff down, and then we're all going to run down there and basically pan all this stuff out. Actually, they don't know it yet, but they're going to pan my stuff out for me. Roaring Camp?
No, my second.
So what do you think?
Well, I liked it so much the first time I came back again and brought our club with me. It's awesome. So many different things to do out here. It's just a lot of fun out here.
What do you like? Yeah. We're gonna go back to camp, throw on the swim trunks, go stand in the river and pan this stuff out. So. Giant freaking piece of gold. Look at that. Damn.
Boulderville. This is the place I'd really love to be, but all my exes live in Texas. That's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. Rosanna down in Texarkana wanted me to push her broom. Sweet Eileen in Abilene, she thought that I...
What brings you to Roaring Camp?
Food and friends.
Food? First time? Second time?
Second
10
time
times?
for me.
Second time? The gold! The gold! Is it?
How camp got started. He built the original 5 cabins along the river here, and then where my little cabin is there, that was the original trading post, just a one room deal with a couple shelves and a refrigerator, and that's how he, and there, just gas lights, and that's how he did it for a couple years. But it got popular and people wanted to come, and not only did they want to come one time, they wanted to come back multiple times. And so kind of said, you know what, I got something good going here, and he decided to make it a little bit bigger.